This is Lifestyle Show brought to you by Wizimia Television. I am Aigomiko, your only successful mommy of Lakers. Thank you very much for joining me today. And if you get to subscribe to the channel, do that right now. And make sure you follow in every of our social media platform, because that is how you can be a part of the family. Thank you. Okay, our show today will be taking a different dimension because it will be introducing us into a new journey. You know, when we started the new year, I actually said that we were doing a lot of things. And when it comes to our food and health segment of the show, we want to talk about healthy living journey. You know, eating healthy, feeding healthy, and having the best of the health. And on that journey, we're starting with fasting, the concept of fasting. You know, a lot of people have made fasting one of their basic lifestyle choice, and it's doing so well, especially for people that want to go on weight loss journey. They want to have an improved health, because of course when you're fasting, it tends to up your health. It has a lot of health benefits it does for the body, and you don't even have to fret. Fasting, when we talk about it, a lot of people just be like, oh no, it's a lot of things. It's not. You know, it just has to do with the abstinence from food or from drinks, or even sometimes both of it. And it is just for a stipulated period. It's not like you're fasting for forever. And since you're not fasting for forever, it has a lot of purposes to which you're trying to go on that fast. Some do that for religious reason, some do it for ethical reason, some do it for health reason, and other purposes to mention a few. So whatever purpose you're going with, just make sure you're doing it the right way. You see, this fasting that we're talking about has a lot of types to it. We have the water fasting. The water fasting has to do with you just taking water and water, you know, during the period of your fasting. You don't take any other thing aside water. Though we've seen some certain people that decide to take water, you know, dilute it with maybe lemon or honey or maple syrup or whatever it is, just to, you know, just to add another flavor to the water. But during the period, you're just taking water. And we have another type, which is the fruit fasting. During this period of fast, all you take is fruit and fruit alone. You don't eat any food, you don't eat any other thing aside fruit, and you take water too. And the last one, we have the intermittent fasting. You see, this particular one has to do with, you know, rotating the eating cycle. Rotating the eating cycle from the time you're fasting to the time you're eating. So right now, it is not even about what you're eating, but what time are you eating it. That's what intermittent fasting is about. But let me bring this to your notice. When we talk about fasting, it has a lot of things it does to the body, as earlier stated, and one of this is the fact that it tends to help reduce the insulin level of the body system. You know, during this process, there is a lot of metabolic processes going on in the body system. The digestive system is not at work, so there is not the production of insulin, and all of that is being reduced, is being managed. Also, it can help you to lead to the particular state that is going to be autophagy, and this particular state is a process whereby your body system rids itself of all kind of unwanted, damaged, harmful, and toxic, so to say, cells in the body system. And when you're fasting, your body tends to go into a particular state called ketosis, and this is the process whereby the body system, when it does not have the carbohydrates needed, when there is not the production of carbohydrates, it makes use of fats, okay, for energy instead of carbohydrates. So that is the benefit of fasting for an individual. Now let's talk about intermittent fasting proper. So there are types to it. We have the 16-18 type, and this one has to do with you fasting for 16 hours of the day. So whatever it is you're trying to go on intermittent fasting, you can do that for 16 hours. So this is for example, you know, whenever we sleep, for that 8 hours, you are going through a fast because you're not eating anything and your body digestive system is not working. So when you wake up in the morning, instead of you just picking foods to eat, just hold on, you know, shun breakfast and let's go for lunch. And the lunch should be coming around 2 p.m. So from that 2 p.m. through 8 p.m. in the evening should be the time you consume any kind of food. Then from 8 p.m. you're not eating anything. That's an example of intermittent fasting. And the next one that we have is eat, stop, eat. Exactly. And this one, the way you go about it is that, for example, now let's say this dinner, you've eaten something at night, then you don't eat anything normal, you know, when you sleep. The next day, from morning till night, you don't eat anything. So the next day, you now eat in the morning. So that is you having a 24 hours straight fast, and it's so amazing. You will swell up your body afterwards. And the last one on the list of the intermittent fasting is the 5:2 diet. You see, this particular one, you take all the food. You can decide to pick 2 days in a week, maybe Monday and Tuesday, and all you eat during those days will just be 500 to 600 calories food. Anything that is exceeding that, you don't take. That's a type. That's another example of intermittent fasting. So now we'll be talking about what should you eat to break your fast, and this is coming for the spiritual part of the fast. Today I've explained the physical part, so next episode we'll be talking about what you are expected to eat when you want to break your fast, and that is for the spiritual part of the fast. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm very sure you learned a lot, and you should not forget that when you're fasting, it can help you with weight loss, it can help your healthy journey, it can prevent you from having some health issues, some health diseases, as well as also help you increase your lifespan. It's not me that said that though, it's Papa God that told me. So you might actually go on fasting, and it will help you to increase your lifespan, and it will also bring you closer to God. Okay, very good. So you should please try and go on one kind of fast one of those days. Thank you very much for joining me today. I remain Ayomi, you're listening to the Mommy of Lagos, and until next time, I'm leaving you with a lot of joy, peace, and happiness. Bye.
Audio Journey.